So let's talk about haters and bullies on YouTube and what I feel is probably the best way to deal with them. Now, I'm talking about the people that obviously go into your comments and leave negative comments and try to troll you and trigger you and just to generally be absolute assholes, really. They're just haters. They have no reason, probably haven't even watched your video, and probably aren't your target audience. So I'm going to talk about the mindset that I like to use and that I think you should use as well, and also then how to remove them and hide them from your channel so that they don't do more damage. You don't want them disliking every video and everything else, and you also don't want to waste time trying to convince these people or arguing with them, because as we know, you just shouldn't be arguing with stupid people on the internet. It's not a good use of your overall time. So the mindset I like to use with this is basically from a book that's called Happy Money. And this was by a Japanese author who is called Ken Honda. And his book is basically been translated into English, and it's about how you view money, whether you have lots of it or whether you have none of it, to make sure that you're overall more happy with the money situation. Because obviously there's rich people that are unhappy and there's lots of poor people that are unhappy. But by changing your mindset around money and actually saying arigato money, which is basically thank you money, I like to use the mixture of Japanese and English because I think it sounds more cool, like arigato money. And what you're meant to say is arigato money every time money comes in, and more importantly, every time money goes out. And that means that you're being grateful for paying bills and everything else, which we normally look at money going out in a very negative light. Where actually the fact that you can pay those bills, the fact that you do have the money, you should be grateful for the fact that that money was able to be used. A lot like money and energy is just moving around. Money is always in circulation. It's always coming and going, and it's a tool to be used. So you should just be grateful and thanking it. And this is kind of the mindset I like to use with haters on YouTube, because if you're getting haters, this is actually a really good thing. So I like to say arigato haters, thank you haters, because this means that I'm actually reaching a broader audience. If it's your target people and your little echo chamber, your little niche on YouTube, and it's your subscribers, chances are they're just going to have nice things to say about you all the time. But as you're getting broader and you're getting more reach and you're reaching more and more people, you're going to get more and more haters. So this is actually a really, really good thing. Chances are, unless you're doing something really controversial on YouTube, you're actually going to get a lot more positive comments, especially if you're trying to help people, than you are negative. So it'll be like for every 20, 30 good comments, you'll probably get one negative. So they're not that many, but for some reason, our brains love to pick up on the negativity and we focus on the bad things, just like we do with money. So obviously we look at the negative, it going out in a bad way, versus the fact the money was coming in was good. We see that is good and this is bad. Where really they're just all comments, and they're all good and they're all bad, but they're all comments that are demonstrating to you that you're growing, you're on the right path. You can't be successful and put yourself out there and please everyone. And if you're not getting any haters, it may mean that you're actually not being polarizing enough. So you probably actually really do want haters. So we should be saying, arigato haters, thank you so much haters, and being grateful for the fact that we have them. And as I said, maybe these people are having a bad day, maybe they're not your target audience, but most of the time I notice that they probably haven't watched the video. And sometimes I'll say, have you watched the video? And sometimes you may want to double check that they're not arguing with someone else and not you. But otherwise, what I then like to do, if I think they are just being negative and I just don't want that on my channel, or they're not necessarily my target audience, I don't even argue with them. I just don't get involved. What I then do next, and if you come into your community tab, you're going to see all of your comments. So you can see here, you've got all of your comments. And next to each comment, you're going to have the 3 dots here. And what you can do is come down, and you can obviously report them and everything else. You can report spammers if you want, but for the most part, the only thing I do is hide user from channel. And that's going to hide their comments, and it's also going to hide your channel from them without them even knowing. So it's just a good way to say, okay, bye-bye, thank you. You'll still think that you've done a really clever comment or something that you got me, and you'll still be able to see that, but you won't be able to see my channel anymore, and you won't be shown my videos. And when I upload a new video, you won't see it. And for the most part, I know some people will leave the negative viewers on there, but I rather would get rid of them. They've shown who they are, and they're not someone I really want on my channel. Sorry, but it's just better that way. Otherwise, you'll see a video that's really good and everybody's loving it so much, and then suddenly there's all these random thumbs down. And those will probably be the haters that just hate you for whatever reason. So the more of them that you hide, the less chance of them impacting your channel and your videos negatively. So I just go to hide the user here. And then also you can go to unpublish your held ones. So you've got published videos, comments, and your held ones. And then I go to apply here. And then inside here, as you can see, somebody's just randomly posting their link, which, why? You know, that's not cool. So then you go hide user from channel again. So you could just delete it. But if someone's going to do that once, they're probably going to do it again. They're probably just a spammer. So same thing with haters and spammers. I just like to hide them from the channel, and away they go. They disappear. And then again, you could do it here. So if you feel like this person was negative, then I could also remove them as well. I'd have to read that. I'm not so sure. So those are the ways that I like to deal with negative comments and haters and everything on the channel. I like to see it as a positive. It's a good thing. And I think you should do the same as well. Now, I hope you liked that video. If you did, hit the like button. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you inside the next one.